All right. What's up? You could have told me. I would have moved your seat. Well, now we're recording, so this is going to be on YouTube. So, all right. So we're going. This doesn't seem to fit in the chapter, but it does because we're talking about solving systems of equations. So 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-5, 4-6 was all solving equations. Now we switch it to solving inequalities. But the one thing we know about inequalities, which is nice, is the only way we can solve an inequality is by graphing, which is nice and easy, okay? So this whole section is all about graphing. And the reason why you need colored pencils is your answer is not going to be like a number or a pair of numbers or like a trio of numbers. It's going to be a shaded region. And here's why I like colored pencils, and I really encourage you to get them, is with the colored pencils, once you're done like shading in, and you'll see what I mean, your answer is very evident of what it is. All right, it's the area that is overlapping of all your colors. That's your answer. Okay, so I'll be using various different colors, but we first have to start out with what is the solution? Well, the solution is a point that balances out the equation, but in this case, it's an inequality. So what is the solution of an inequality? It is the point that's in the shaded region, okay? So here, all I want to do is just label my point X and Y. I'm just going to plug them in. Okay, so I'm going to plug in 2 and 0 into my first one. So I'm going to do 2 times 0 minus 0. And I'm asking, is that greater than 4? And 2 times, it should be 2 times 2. So is 2 times 2 minus 0 greater than 4? Well, 2 times 2 is 4 minus 0. Is that greater than 4? No, it's equal to it, right? So this 2, 0 is not a solution. Here's the thing. You want it to fail on the first one. Okay? Because if it fails on the first equation I plug it into, I don't have to plug it into the other one. Because remember, it has to balance out both equations. So I want it to fail as soon as possible. Now over here, okay, I'm going to plug that in. So I'm going to do 2 times 4 minus -2. And I'm asking, is that greater than 4? Well, that's 8. Negative, negative, that's a positive. So is 8 plus 2 greater than 4? Yeah. Yeah, I don't really care. As a math teacher, Leah, I don't care that that's 10, right? You already know right here that 8 plus 2 is more than 4. To work it out, you would just write 10 is greater than 4 and you'd move on, right? See what I mean? Now here, Jake, now I'm going to plug it into the other equation. So now I have to do 4 plus 3 times -2. Is that less than or equal to 6? So 4, 3 times -2 is -6. Is this true, Jake?
No, it's not. Wait. Yeah, it is.
It is, because 4 minus 6 is -2, which is less than that. So 4 -2 is a solution. Hansi, do you see what I mean? Like now you want it to fail right at the beginning because then you're like, ah, done, sweet. Are you okay with that, Jay? Not hard, right? Kind of a review. Jake, you getting this down?
Yeah.
You wrote it down?
Mm-hmm.
Where's your pencil?
Oh, well, yeah.
Jake, this is on YouTube. Now everybody on YouTube knows you're lying to me.
How many followers do you have?
Not enough.
Subscribers?
Not enough.
I think it was like 2.
I hope.
Should
That's
stream-
one more than I thought.
stream-
I was like, my mom's a YouTube follower.
I was the first viewer of one of your videos.
You should feel good about yourself. Come on, Jake, get it down.
You have 20 subscribers and 289 videos.
Yeah, 289.
289.
Yeah, it's 17 times 17, I believe.
What is your-
Is it?
I don't
Can you check it for me?
know. Yeah, it's
Do
not-
17 times 17.
times 17. It's 289. Not 289. It is
17 squared. I only deal with prime numbers here. 17 is a prime number, in case you didn't know. All right, we gotta move on. All right, you guys try these two. Tell me if A is a solution and if B is a solution. Ed, I'm giving you a fair warning. I'm calling on you. Yeah.
Can I go to the bathroom? I can wait.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a rock. You know that, right?
Yeah, you said you were gonna take a pop.
Yeah, I know.
You should have switched off to the safe.
All right, Ed.
Yo,
Go, Ed. Is 0, 2 a solution?
sure.
Oh, come on, Ed. So we're going to plug it in. So we're going to do 0 plus 4 times 2. So 0 plus 4 times 2, that's going to be 8. And 8 is greater than 4. So we're good there. Then we're going to take that 0, 2. We're going to plug it in the other one. So that's going to be 3 times 0 plus 2 times 2. And is that greater than or equal to negative 6? So 0 plus 4. And we see that 4 is greater than or equal to negative 6. So Ed, you lucked out.
Oh,
Is a solution. Justin,
Yes.
is negative 1, 1 a solution?
No.
All right, well, it's let me show the work. I think you're right here. Negative 1 plus 4 times 1, and I'm asking if that's greater than 4. Negative 1 plus 4, all right, I'm thinking you're right, because negative 1 plus 4 is 3, and that is not greater. About to take that pen back. Jake, you texting?
Yeah.
I'm about to take that pen back. Remember that, it's also on YouTube. Kill him, Jake. All right. This is where your colored pencils come into play. So in order to solve a system of inequalities, we must graph. So you're going to need a straight edge. Right? Is this the next step? All right. So you're going to need to, all right, so you're going to need to have a straight edge and at least one colored pencil here, okay? Just because you're going to graph one maybe in pencil, maybe one in pen or whatever. So you need two different colors. All right, here's how I go about doing this. I'm going to first identify my first equation. That's going to be done in red, okay? What we need to recall is that inequalities with no line under it are dotted, right? Do we remember that? Okay, here, I'll put that up here. It's right here. Okay, no, you could use pen. I'll just highlight this information right here. Remember to use dash lines with the less than or greater than inequality sign and solid lines with the less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Okay, these are just some helpful hints, but I use different colored pencils. Now, what I am doing is this, I'm identifying that first equation. That's my red equation. That says y is less than 4. So I go up to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a horizontal line. So I'm going to make a dashed horizontal line through 4. And it says y is less than. Ready for this, Hansi? Y is less than is below. Notice I'm not eating the y, it's below. I'm shading below. Now I like to kind of shade like this so that you'll see my answer is going to be this waffled area. Now, this one says y is greater than 1. So I'm going to go to 1, put my point. It's a horizontal line. It's dashed. And it says greater than, right? So my answer is where they overlap. Do you see where they overlap? It's that waffling area right there. So that's my solution. And I'm done. Are you good with that, Leah? Laura, are you okay with this? Amelia, are you okay with this? You can just put it in the chat. Good. All right. Awesome. So here, for example, 2, the top one's going to be blue. X equals a number, or X is less than a number, is a vertical line. So I'm going to go to 3 on my x-axis. I'm going to draw a vertical line. And it says X is less than, so I'm going to shade to the left. This one says y is less than negative x plus 2. So I'm going to go to 2 on my y-axis. Then it says to go down 1 to the right one, down 1 to the right one. This is also why I kind of do my slope all the way out, as you'll see. Now this is dotted because there's no line, so I'm going to kind of connect my dots. Y is less than, so where are numbers less than 2? Well, numbers are less than 2 below. So where's my answer? Here.
Where are the blue lines were you, and the red lines for the other one?
My answer is shading.
Like when you draw.
I'm shading.
You're shading them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Because if I were to shade it like this, you wouldn't be able to see anything. So I use this.
Oh.
Not hard, right? Now, how would I tackle a problem like this? Okay, well, this is going to be my red equation. So 2x minus y is less than or equal to 5. Now, with these problems, I would probably just get it into slope-intercept form. And why would I do it that way? Because I know 2 can't go into 5. Okay? Whoop. You can only do it by graphing. You can only, what is it, demonstrate or signify your solutions through a graph with these. All right, Kailana. So here, what I'm going to do is I don't want to deal with like decimals or anything like that because they have to be exact. So I'm going to go ahead and get this into y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 2x from both sides. I'm going to get negative y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 5. But then I divide by negative 1. I have to be careful to flip my sign. So I get y, flip my sign, 2x minus 5. So I'm going to go down to negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put my point. It says go up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1. And now it says it's a solid line. So I'm going to connect those dots with the solid line. It says y is greater than because I'm eating the y. Liam, you okay with this? You can just put in the chat that you're okay. If you don't mind. Just making sure you're following along. No questions. Good, good. All right, now this one, my green equation, x plus 2y is greater than 2. I'm going to go ahead and subtract x. That's going to give me 2y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 2. Divide by 2. And I have y is greater than or equal to negative 1/2 x plus 1. So I'm going to put a point at 1, and then I'm going to go down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2. And it's a solid line. And this says y is greater than, so I'm going to shade above. And you okay with that?
Yeah.
Awesome. And that's my solution. Jake, where's your book?
I think it has one. Pretty much. Get him a new one for his birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Which is tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Thank you.
All right, I want you guys to try the next 2. There's 2 on the next page, right?
There's one below as well.
No.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad.
All right, try the 2 on the next page. They should have, what, 3 equations?
Yes.
There you go, Jake.
Yep.
Top of that page. You doing okay? Pretty simple, right? Pretty straightforward. It's just the shading above or below can be a little. So you made the one mistake. So what I like to do with these is I like to shade as I go along, so that at the end my answer is where all the colors overlap. But I know you only have a highlight, right? So you're trying to make it look like pretty. Math is sometimes never pretty. So let me see if I can help you out. So yeah, so what I would probably do for this one is, so x is greater than -2, right? So that means you're be like over here somewhere. And then you have y is less than 3. That means you're gonna be like down here somewhere, right? So see how I'm like either in that little triangle or outside of it. So x minus y is less than 2. So when you solve that, you got what y is greater than x minus 2, right? So y is greater than. So you're right. It's just one of those things, like when I'm doing it with colored pencils, like you shade light, you know, when you put another colored pencil on top of it, it's like it's a little darker. You put another one and it's a little darker, and all of a sudden, like you're done the problem, and your answer is just this dark region.
Would this be on the lines you're drawing out for the fourth one?
It's gonna look something like that. All right, we're getting close to the end of the class here. So this one up here, all right, my blue equation, it's x minus y is less than 2. Let me go ahead and I'm going to subtract x from both sides. It's going to give me negative y is less than negative x plus 2. So now I'm going to divide by -1. That's y is greater than x minus 2. So -2, up 1 to the right one. Hannah, were you able to get this? Hannah?
I can barely hear you. What'd you say?
Hannah, did you get this?
This first one?
It's the blue line that I'm about to draw.
Yeah, it's greater than. So the bottom part shade.
Well, where is y greater than -2?
Oh yeah, no, above it. That's what I have. I just read it wrong.
Okay. What's that, Hansi?
These are out of my skill set, and I'm like 99% sure.
Nice. All right. This one says x is greater than -2. So that's -2. Greater than is going to be over here. last but not least, y is greater than or less than 3. So we're going to go up to 3, 1, 2, 3. And it's equal to, so it's going to be a solid line. And it says less than, so we're going to go this way. Ooh. I know, this looks like a complete mess, right? It's like, yep. But the thing is I know my answer is where there's blue, red, and green, which occurs right here in this center triangle. What's that? Looks like the Eagles football team. All right. Example 5. All right, we're going to get 2x plus y is less than 6 minus 2x. All right. So we start at 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go down 2 to the right 1. The only problem, and I'll do it for this one that I have, I was talking to Leah about not shading as you go along, is if I don't shade as I go along, this is what ends up happening. X is greater than 0. And y is greater than 0. Now, where do I shade? Do you see what I mean, Leah? Like, so now you're like sitting here, you're like, okay, well, this says y is, you know, less than negative 2x plus 6. That's going to be like somewhere over here. And then you're going to be like, all right, this one says x is greater than 0. So that's going to be somewhere up here. And then you're going to be like, y is, so you're going to be over here. And then I feel like you just end up at the same place. All right. So for this one, oh no. For this one, it's that little triangle right in here.
I did both right.
Oh. Congratulations, Hansi. Whew. All right. Let me turn this recording off.